question is, why are they doing what they're doing? Why are they using that particular thought process, that particular thinking system? Why is that chairman using that particular thinking system? Why is that particular salesperson using their thinking system? In order to find out the answer to that question, we're going to have to ask them. There's a difference between how we view a community and how we view individuals in that community. And in order to find out why the individuals are doing what they're doing, then we're going to have to ask them. We can't just assume that the individuals are going to reflect the same views on things as the community. You could generalise and say, well, that community is generally tribal, and that would be values level 2. However, you can't generalise and say that each individual in that community would also be a values level 2, because in any collection of people, and that goes for organisations and communities, you'll have people operating at different values levels. So the leader of the tribe, or the shaman, might be values level 3, or they might be values level 2, depending on their motivation for doing what they're doing. So we need to treat individuals as individuals and look at their own motivation for doing something. Now, when people talk about values, what they're normally talking about is the values that are apparent and transparent. They're talking about what we call surface values, values that are there on the surface. And a good metaphor for this would be to imagine an iceberg. And the values that are apparent are the values that we can see that are floating above the surface of the water. And these surface values are everything that is tangible and apparent, as I say. And these are traditionally what we talk about as being values in NLP. Tangible things are things like behaviours, like actions. You can observe and notice behaviours and actions. And also fashions, clothes. So you can observe what somebody's wearing and their fashion style. Morals and standards are also apparent and tangible. Now, the stuff that's underneath the water in our iceberg, and therefore the bulk of our value system, these are intangible things. Things that you can't see or lay your hands on. They are ideas, beliefs, attitudes and thoughts, ethics, things like that. And you can only get to these by interviewing somebody. However, you can tell what values level somebody's at, whether they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. You can do that generally by looking at the tangible things. So, on our iceberg, the things below the water are things that are not immediately obvious. And these are deep value systems that have got a core like DNA. They're below the waterline. And these have been labelled values memes.